Hi, this is Marcia from Marcia's Best Dogs. I just want to talk about a case that I saw yesterday. I went to a family where they had three dogs. One dog was a 17-year-old senior shepherd mix, and his name was Nick. Then, I don't know, several months ago, they adopted two dogs almost at the same time. So that was 2 weeks apart. So one was Wilson, which is a big old hound mix, around 2, I would think. And Stella, which she looks like a schnauzer, large poodle mix. So there was, in her DNA, she says it was a pit bull, but I don't see any pit bull in her. She looked like a doodle. So her mom sent me a video about how they were engaging, and the video didn't look good. So the dogs was having frequent scuffles. It wasn't a dog fight, and I was a little bit worried about when I talked to her, when I saw the video. I think it was just they're going to be so close to having a dog fight. It didn't happen all the time, but it was getting more frequent. When I went there, I had to figure it out what was going on. And when people ask me about how do I solve those issues, I think the main thing is try to understand the pecking order. I think the biggest mistake that people do is to treat the dogs the same way. With the rescue dog, I think people feel sorry for them. And they, I don't know, when they want to compensate. They want to give them too much love, too much play, let them do whatever they want. So in this scenario, I think they saw Stella was the youngest dog, but it's not even by age, but how she acted. She was very hyper, bouncing, and she was like a little tornado comes through the house. I usually call those dogs that they're like clown dogs. They just want to be the center of attention. And Wilson was a very well tempered, calm hound mix. So when there was affections, when mom or her son was giving the dogs affection, there was a lot of commotion, scuffles between them. When they were opened the crate and let them out, there was commotion throughout the hallway with them having some scuffles. And when I went to see the family yesterday, I saw that Wilson was also humping the 17-year-old beautiful shepherd mix. And it wasn't much, but he was definitely trying to a little bit bully the 17-year-old dog. So there was a lot going on. And what I try to do most of the time, it really is just like I have to be able to watch the dynamic. One thing is how the people tell me the story from their point of view. I will write it down, every detail they mention, even the tone of their voice, how they describe each dog and the situation. So it's very important for me to really understand how the owners feel about their dogs. Then when I go there, I think my first inclination is to tell them, like, don't do anything. Let the dogs tell me a story. Let the dogs they're going to perform something for me when I get there. And yes, it was just like everything that I saw, it was just commotion. And I was able to see how sweet Nick was, because he was just there. He just want to be petted and he wants to be left alone. Very patient and very, very tolerant of everybody else. The Wilson, which was oh goodness, I forgot his breed, the hound mix. So he was very calm, gentle, so sweet, barely even touched me when I got into the room. He just sat, he stood there, he was very polite. When we let Stella come into the room, and that was it. The hell breaks loose. It was just all crazy. She was bouncing around, jumping on me, just getting in my face, and going after the dogs, and just crazy as she could be. So it takes a lot for me to understand the temperament of each dog once I get there, because not just I have to understand individually the temperament of each dog, I also have to be able to understand the interaction of every person with each dog. So it's a lot. It's just a lot to pay attention. I don't want to miss anything, and I want to make sure that I can see how even the owners are acting toward the dogs too. So we were able to bring the peace. I have to figure it out again. I didn't have to worry about Nick, so he's 17. He can do no wrong. But Wilson didn't make many mistakes, so he was, for the most part, he was really good. But the being, just again, a little bit bullying the older dog was not right. And sometimes he initiates a little bit of the play, rough play too. And Stella was pretty much the crazy wild child and persistent. She would be relentless in terms of she wants what she wants when she wants. She wanted to be let out. That is a part of the video that I saw how much she was just scratching the door, jumping on the door, and she was even capable to open the door by herself too. So it's hard to have a dog that was so demanding, and I understand why the chaos was happening. So when Wilson would want to be petted, Stella just cut the line and want to be petted too, and then they all would have the scuffles close to mom, and it was just like, it was all the time so crazy. Once I figured out the whole dynamic of each dog, we work with them individually, and we create the pecking order. So, which was, in my point of view, with them, it was the order of Nick, the 17-year-old. He will get more privileges, of course. Wilson was the other one that came, and Stella was the newcomer. So even though there was 2 weeks apart, it's just like, I need to be able to make somebody submissive in that picture. So, and Stella was a dream dog. As crazy as she was, as persistent as she was, as demanding as she was perfect during the training. She was a pleaser. She was just like, she just needs and she wants guidelines. I was so happy to see the results. Wilson, he was just extremely easy to get the rules right. He needs to be able to just not engage what Stella was doing. And once we gave everybody boundaries and we create a new rule in the house, we were teaching the dogs that they couldn't play 24/7 all the time. There was no rushing everywhere. Like when they get out of the crate, I didn't want to hear any scuffles and running and chasing. And it was mom was able to just pet the dogs in each order. And the dogs were not cutting the line. They were compliant. It was peaceful. They were able to also understand their role with the dogs too, because I think we can't blame just the dogs. It's not that the dogs are doing what they're doing is wrong all the time. We allow them to do it. So we have to be able to see what it's our part on this. It was refreshing to go to people's house and bring this peace. As much as people tell me that I am a dog trainer. And I don't know, sometimes I really think that I am a peacemaker. So I bring peace. I bring peace where dogs and people can live together better. I think I can give you some understanding where people can understand the dog they have and how to communicate with their dogs and how to bring, I don't know, a more just peaceful life. So I was very pleased to see how this pack of 2 adults, 3 dogs, and the dynamic could function better. And I guess everybody was happy too. So I will put some videos about how they were and how they were together. And so you can see. All right, thank you. Bye.